There we go. Happy to start this, shall we? And ahoy, gamers, and welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected. As we're starting a new series, going from 0 to Ubers as a Paladin. This is a hardcore solo self-found. I've got all of this stash space here. You notice I've got a bit of money down here. I won't be touching any of that money. I just cleared out my bank space. I've got all of this room to play with. I've got loads of money down here. Once again, I won't touch any money that's in there. I'll only be touching the gold that goes into my personal stash just here. So we're going from obviously 0 to Ubers. We'll be starting out as a Auradin. So we'll be focusing, so I played on my 10x series, played an Auradin on there. So I played as a Holy Fire Paladin. Absolutely loved the Holy Fire Paladin. So much fun. So I thought, you know what? We'll do a 0 to Ubers as a Holy Fire Paladin. To start off at least. We might change it as we get into Nightmare. But that's completely dependent on how we feel and how things go. And hey Mage, how the devil are you doing? As you can see, we're starting a new series. 0 to Ubers. Starting off as a Paladin. So we are currently on difficulty. Let's double check this. I think I put on difficulty 8. Yeah, difficulty 8. Really, it's on difficulty 8 just to start us off to give us a good push. If you start on difficulty 8, you get loads of experience. That's the main reason why I start on difficulty 8. One zombie gave me, obviously, 3 tenths of a level. So it's pretty hefty. So I'm quite happy about it. So we're going to obviously do most of the quests in the game. The intention is to probably definitely do, at least our first playthrough, probably do all the quests. Second and third time through a Nightmare in Hell, probably won't do all of them. There's a lot of quests which I don't really find that useful. So we'll do most of them, but won't do all of them. I do have a list of my goals for this stream. There's a few things I want to get. Got my torch and can now start doing cows. Nice. Congratulations, Mage. I'm glad you got the torch. How long did it take you to get the trade? Yeah, as I said, so I've got a few goals for this stream. Ideally, I want to, because I don't want to kind of hinder on my stream this evening, which will be us playing on our challenge run again on 10 times Necromancer. However, there's a few goals I want to do, which is ideally I want to get to Act 3, at least start Act 3, maybe get somewhat through it, because we are playing as an Auradin, so we should be fine with killing the man of Auradin. We're not playing this on 10 times, so it should be slightly quicker than doing this on 10 times like I have been recently. 1 point into might. Always put 1 point into might to start off with. I always come straight through to the coal plains to grab that waypoint. I always waypoint back to Rose encampment, then I walk out. The guy was on an Asian service, so he didn't respond to... Okay. That makes sense. At least you've now got it, which helps. It's 1 dexterity. So that's one goal. I want to ideally get to Act 3 by the end of the stream today, because I'll probably be streaming about maybe 4 hours. So I have half an hour, maybe an hour off before my challenge stream this evening. So I can get myself a cup of tea, a little bite to eat before I start my challenge stream. This is just something to do during the day, because at the moment I'm not working. So I thought, you know what, I'd do something. And I have literally just been no life in Diablo 2 anyway. So I thought I may as well just stream it as well, because I'm absolutely loving Diablo 2 at the moment. So the other goal that we want to get is we want to get a few rune words. These rune words being... so there's 4 rune words we want to work on. 2 of them are identical between me and the mercenary. So I want them for my mercenary for Act 2. 1, we're going to make ourselves a leaf. Leaf is a rune word that goes into a staff. And it increases your... I think it gives +3 to fire skills. Holy Fire counts as a fire skill. So it actually does affect that, which is quite nice. So that's the first rune word. Second rune word is Nadir. Not ideal. It's not the perfect rune word, but Nadir is what we want. We want 2 of these, 1 for us and 1 for the mercenary. In case if we find good gear, we won't get for Nadir. But if we don't find good gear, we'll get Nadir. Good gear Nadir. That's what I'm saying now. And then we want 2 stealths, which is body armor. Really good solid body armor to start the game off with. We want 1 for us and 1 for the mercenary. And then we want a malice for our mercenary for Act 2. So all in all, we're going to make sure we're geared out. I don't really care too much about my mercenary, to be honest. As long as we've got our bare minimum of leaf, nadir, and stealth. And for that, all in all, we need 3 tier runes, 2 Neph runes, 1 Rao rune, 2 tower runes, 3 F runes, 1 If rune, 1 L rune. So we need a fair few runes. However, as long as we're geared, I'm happy to just leave my mercenary for the time being. And we'll gear up in the future. Because as we don't even have an Act 2 mercenary, there's no point actually gearing up into Act 2. And then by that point, we'll just be able to speed straight through the Countess. I'd like to stay on difficulty players 8 for as long as possible. But yeah, so I hope everyone's doing okay today. I've had an evening to just relax and think about what I'm going to do for my 10x series with my Necromancer. Well, obviously that's my biggest challenge at the moment. You might need to clear my throat every now and then. So I just got back from a run about 20 minutes ago, so my lungs are still recovering. So I might have to clear my throat every now and then. Oh, crack sash. We'll take crack sash. Ahoy, Bloodwolf. How you devil you doing? Rothman the Merciless. Rothman the Merciless has returned with another very merciless type of class. So yeah, I've decided during the days I'm going to just do a 0 to Ubers while I'm not working. So welcome to the stream. So that's not as good, but so if I suddenly go quiet, it's just because I'm clearing my voice, clearing up my throat. So we want to put these onto our skill bar. We're going to sell these mana potions. We don't actually need mana at the moment. Even when we get Zeal, we probably won't need mana for a while. We're going to pick everything up to sell. Ideally, we want to grab another one of you. There we go. Grab a couple of these books. And boop. There we go. Happy. So ideally, a 2 socketed staff. Doesn't matter if it's a bad staff, good staff. We kind of want it for the Holy Fire. Plus 3 to skills. That's ready for Leaf. That's one of our upgrades ready to go. Yeah, there we go. Doing well, thanks. Hope all there is going super. Just got back from running some... Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here. It's always good to have company. Yeah, because I just... when you said running, I was like, oh, I've just got back from running as well. But I was physically running, which I hate doing. But I got to run to keep myself fit, so... yeah, I'm looking forward to carrying on my Necromancer this evening, to be honest. There's a part of me which is like, I really don't want to go back and carry on that grind. But I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's only going to get easier. I keep telling myself. Alright, we should kill this guy before he run away. Is there another one that revived over here? No, this wasn't. Before I saw the Shaman do a revive off screen, but I guess he didn't. Yeah, so if I can get a 0 to Ubers run done, because I've never done the Ubers before. It's 10 times Ubers. Also, what are these inhumane streaming hours? I tried tuning when I get... Hey Tomix, this isn't a 10x Ubers. This is just a normal 0 to Ubers run. During the day, I'm just playing the game. And during the evenings, I'll be doing the challenge runs. So I'm still doing the 10x series currently. Currently I'm on my Necromancer, doing a Summon Mancer or Minion Mancer. During the day, because I'm not working, I've just decided I'll just do a 0 to Ubers. So I've got a bit of spare time. Because I was going to be, in my mind, I was going to be playing a 0 to Ubers anyway and making videos out of it. So I thought, you know what, if I'm going to make videos out of it, I may as well just stream and do it while streaming. So recently, my 0 to Ubers videos have taken me 15, 16 hours to make a 10-minute, 15-minute video. So I'm like, you know what? I could just stream that entire process and then make a video out of it anyway. Yeah, the 10 times Auradin did really well, actually. To be fair, most of my challenge videos recently have been doing really well. My channel hasn't had this type of growth for ever. Oh yeah, it's been a minute since I physically ran. I jumped over to swim and lap to save my knees and ankles. Yeah, I get that. I should really switch to doing something that's not running. Because it is really bad for my knees. But it's the easiest thing to do. I've got a nice little running route that's directly from my house. If I just turn left, there's a big long route, which is exactly a mile and a half. so I do that once a day. I've been trying to get back into mountain biking. There's a really good mountain biking circuit near me as well. But I don't have a mountain bike, so I have to rent a mountain bike out. For me to rent it for an hour is like £20. For me to rent it for a single hour, so it's not worth it. It's enjoyable, but it's not worth it. Until I can buy my own bike, I'm just paying someone else. Yeah, got a better club now. Right, so we want some more HP. Yeah, because I'm going to continue. I will continue to do challenges every evening. I'm due to go back to work in about 2.5, maybe 3 months' time. Depends what the doctor says. So I'll be doing challenges every night until I go back to work. And then when I go back to work, I'd only be able to do it over the weekends. But that's my plan at least. Just do a load of Diablo 2 content. I might do a bit of Diablo 4 content before the expansion comes out. Because I haven't never really played Diablo 4. I wouldn't mind making a hardcore and getting it somewhat close to the end of the game. But that's besides the point. It may happen, it may not happen. I did re-download Diablo 4. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? I do kind of prefer Diablo 2. And I don't really know what challenge runs I could do on Diablo 4. Because it would be hard, because you can't do stuff like 10x. So you can't mod the game like you can on this. I wouldn't be able to do... The only kind of challenges I think I could do on Diablo 4 would be like... the only challenge I'd be able to do on Diablo 4 is like a Thorns run. So no physical damage run or something like that, which would be interesting. I'd have to do more research into it. Yeah, logical idea for save and purchase and everyone. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I was doing the maths and I was like, well, I plan on going cycling every Saturday morning before I get up and do some streaming or recording. It's £20 for a single essentially session. Over a month, obviously, that's £80. Over the course of a year, that's £800. Well, if I save 2 months, I'll be able to probably buy a... It won't be a good bike, but I'll just be able to buy a bike. Diablo 4 playthrough without skipping cutscenes. That's a very tough... I don't think I'll be able to do that. I like the idea of Diablo 4, don't get me wrong, but I've just... I just never played it really that much time. I tried to do it on my channel. I tried to stream it a couple times. I think that's when we first spoke, Tomix, actually, when I first tried to do Diablo 4. And it's not fun for me. Like, it's a good game, but it's just not Diablo 2, if that makes sense. I completely get why people play it and people enjoy it, but it's just not for me. Because you always, at least for me when I play Diablo 4, I always had to be on edge. Like, if I make a small mistake, I'm probably going to die. Whereas on this, if I make a small mistake, oh, never mind. Well, let's just get up and carry on. Like, there's very little that I lose. And even if I do a hardcore, normally when I die on a hardcore, it's because I've messed up. Like, something that I've physically done that has got me killed. Whereas on Diablo 4, it feels like it's the game that's decided, no, you're dead now. Like, some of the bosses that I've seen like videos of, they will just like, okay, well, you've survived long enough. We are just going to kill you now for no reason. That's not obviously what happens, but that's what it feels like happens sometimes in some of the videos I've seen against some of the bosses. Whereas then obviously Diablo 2, there's a lot more planning. So I can plan ahead because I know what's coming. I just don't know what's coming in Diablo 4, so that's probably why I don't really enjoy it as much. If I dedicated a load of time to it, yeah, I'll probably be fine, but I don't really want to dedicate that time. Maybe the expansion is going to be really good. We'll see. I'll definitely be getting the expansion and definitely playing it. Whether I stream, I don't know. That's future me problem. But running around, not doing this on 10x, it's very quiet. There's a lot less mobs. That's why I'm going to probably keep it on Players 8 for some time. Just for the extra experience I'm not going to get and the potential for extra loot. But then on this series, I'm more than happy to grind for loot as well. So, whereas the 10x, it just took forever to do any form of grinding, I'm happy to grind on this. Okay, Stonyfield, let's go get our... let's go take out Bloodraven first. I want to reach the final goal on this rather than die halfway through. So I'm more than happy to farm on this character. there's not many items I want to farm for. Like, at least until Nightmare, there's not many uniques I want. And even if the uniques can be mitigated by getting weapons and rune words, so we should be okay. So I'm thinking of when I'm on this character, I'm doing stream per stream. So this stream I want to achieve a few things I've said earlier. I want to at least get to Act 3 as a minimum, and then even if I get to Act 3, there's a few rune words I want as well, and those rune words being Leaf, Nadir, and Stealth. And then maybe a Nadir and Stealth and a Malice for my Mercenary for Act 2. But that's not required. It's just a nice to have. Let's identify this. Attacker takes damage. Attacker takes damage is better than having that. Nice little bit of Thorns. Same mistake here. As long as you're not cursed, should be good in Diablo 2. Yeah, exactly, yeah. As long as you don't do mistakes I do, like spinning to win into a load of physical immunes and dying on a whirlwind barbarian, or just run into a room full of Stygian dolls and hoping for the best when you're cursed. As long as you don't do those, you'll be fine. As long as you don't do what I do, you'll be perfectly fine. Right, let's get some more strength. I'm still a little bit sour about that. My Auradin dying a couple of days ago. Still a little bit sour. I think that's probably why I made this character, because I wanted to relive the Auradin. It is good fun. Holy Fire is good fun. When you level up to a higher level, when everything just melts. Like at the moment, even our aura damage is pretty nice. What level can we get Zeal? Level 12 is Zeal. Okay, so 5 levels away. Don't even know why I'm hitting her zombies. If you kill Blood Raven, all of the mobs perish as well. And just double checking audio level. Okay, audio levels are fine. Okay. And Mrs. Rothman's been using we've got separate mics and separate setups to record. So she records like fantasy videos and like lore about Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Obviously I just play video games. She used my setup over the last few days. And she's messed with my mic. She's just altered the audio levels on my mics. Just have to make sure it's working. And it seems to be okay. So I'm pretty happy. There you go, let's get my mercenary up. Now it's trying to speed straight through to the Black Marsh. It's weird being able to do this game relatively quickly. I don't know why I'm even looking at these items. I'm not going to be using them. Any amulet? Two energy is fine. Happy. There we go. Just thinking if there's anything else I need, and there's not. Chelsea, what have you got for us? Good day. Okay, you don't have anything good. That's fine. So ideally, this is where we buy our bases for our rune words. No, she doesn't do Conan. She does Game of Thrones and Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. Those are the two series that she does. She's probably going to go into Warhammer lore in the future, but at the moment she's just doing Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. But same as my channel, like her channel's recently started blowing up as well. So I've only had this channel been uploading for 11 months now. So I'm getting ready for my anniversary for uploading onto YouTube in 2 weeks' time. So I'm going to do a stream, an anniversary stream, a special anniversary stream, which I'm not going to give any details out just yet. But I was averaging about 10 subscribers every month. This month alone, since I've been doing these streams, has gone up to, I think I'm on like 97 subscribers this month alone, which is a huge increase, which I'm very happy about. So happy about a sudden increase. And then it's also happened for Mrs. Rothman's channel as well. She was getting about 5 subscribers every month, and she's shot up to an excess of nearly 100 this month, which is good. Right, you want to use a new bow. I don't really want that, but I can sell you. So we're looking for the waypoint, of course. Level 12, we can get Zeal. Just keep putting points into Holy Fire and more points into HP. So we're not worrying too much about dexterity at the moment because we're not going to be using shields. As we get Leaf is obviously a staff. It's two-handed staff, so we can't use a shield. So it's pointless putting points into that just for the time being. And waypoint should be somewhere around here. It's not the waypoint. Whenever I see the torch, I'm always beeline straight towards the torch, hoping it's the waypoint this time. Not this time. And so we're doing pretty good damage, actually. I'll be down 1 second. What's the range of my fire aura? Okay, not that far. Okay, that's fine. Oh, my first charm. How charming.
Thank you.
Right, we don't need to fight every monster. Ideally, I'd like to find the waypoint, actually. Also, I found out if you're imbued in circlets, go for tiaras in hell. They're guaranteed max level prefixes. Really, I didn't know that. So I should really leave my imbue, normal and nightmare imbue all the way up until I get to hell. That's what I gather from that recommendation there. Which is fine. I don't obviously imbue straight away anyway. But there we go. Cool armor is probably 2 sockets, isn't it? No, okay, it's F4. And there's a waypoint, awesome. Yeah, Mrs. Merciless. Yeah, she's pretty happy about it. She did have a previous channel, which is all about like murder mystery and like murder cases. And the murder cases and whatnot that she was streaming, she did a really gruesome one. She got a community strike on her channel, and since then her channel just didn't grow, so she gave up on that one, which is a bit of a shame. She really enjoyed doing it. Hey Noomba. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here. Yeah, I'm still doing my challenge runs in the evening. But yeah, I'm just doing this during the day because I was going to be playing the game anyway, so I thought I may as well stream it. Give me something to do during the day. And I've never really done a Zero to Ubers. I've been attempting to do videos for Zero to Ubers, but sometimes I don't think I have the best knowledge of the game. So I think if I stream, I can obviously talk to you guys while I'm playing the game and ask some questions. Some questions which I struggle to get the answers from if I'm looking online. 6 AM. Well, good morning, Noomba. Hope you're ready for the day. Yeah, 2 hours are the ones to go for. Okay, so I shouldn't worry about the circle. Let's just go for the tiaras. Gotcha. Cheers, cheers, Wolf. I'm just going to call you Wolf. It's easier than calling you Blood Wolf. Yep, crime says mystery stuff are quite popular, but also, yeah, it's a mystery. She tried to argue it, but it was, to be fair, she was quite a gruesome topic that she was covering, and the community strike was against her not age restricting the video, which is fair enough. She probably should have. But yeah, and as soon as you anger the algorithm of YouTube, it's very hard to get back in the good books. So it was just easier not to carry on that channel. But she's enjoying doing fantasy stuff, which is nice. I haven't slept yet. Ended up sleeping for a long time yesterday after Nightmare. Oh, that's a shame. Nightmares are always such a pain. Can't remember the last time I had a nightmare. I just sleep like a baby. By a baby, I spend all night crying and soiling myself. That's obviously a joke. I don't do that. But yeah. I've got like a hobbit now. A hobbit? a hobby of like I try to avoid drinking any coffee, saying that I do normally have a coffee in my evening streams, but as soon as my evening stream's done, me and Mrs. Rothmer, we always put a film on, have a nice chamomile tea, which obviously helps calm you down, and then I just go straight to bed. I found that I always struggle to go to bed if I ever had like any form of electronics with me. So before I go to sleep, I just shut off any form of electronics, have an hour or so just to myself, watch a TV show, no phone near me, and then when I go to bed, I'm normally quite tired and ready for bed. And then when I play as well, I've got this. You can't see it on the stream, but I've got like a filter on my, essentially on my screens. So it's like an orange kind of filter. No, is it blue light or it's a certain filter which helps with your eyes. Ooh, magic damage reduction already. I'll take that. Thank you very much. And that's not better. We go to check Chelsea, see if she has anything good.
What can I do?
Hello,
for you?
Chelsea. And so we want ideally studded leather with 2 socks. Ooh, we want that. It's better belt. Happy. Let's go back in. I'm enjoying Holy Fire. I'm sorry. And clear my throat again. Yeah, I'm enjoying Holy Fire again already. it's just something which just never gets boring. At least for me. I like the idea of things that get too close to me. They take a bit of damage and they die. Kind of weird. Yeah, it's like that could be why you might have nightmares as well. Because your dreams are very heavily influenced by things around you. And cheese. Probably don't eat a block of cheddar before you go to bed. That's probably quite bad. Like there's like mental health kind of like mindfulness kind of meditation exercise you can do before bed. How's the cat? Sounds like a like actually those it may have been that you may have heard just then was me drinking my tea. My mic is very sensitive, so whenever I drink tea or coffee, you can actually hear my mic picking it up. It doesn't pick up other random things in the house, but it will pick up me drinking tea or coffee. And the mic is about half a meter from my face, so it's a bit weird that it picks it up. I can see OBS, like the audio levels on OBS jumping every time I take a drink, so unfortunately it wasn't the cat going crazy. Which that's a good point. I should probably sort out a cat cam. Probably for tomorrow. That's a weekend job for me, I think, sorting out a cat cam. Because I don't actually know where they are at the moment. They're probably off plotting my demise or something like that. They are evil animals. Okay, cats aren't evil, but my cats are quite evil. So we're looking for the tree. Don't really care too much about the waypoint. So we found the next map. My problem is I wake up standing in the kitchen with blockage. Ah, Wolf, you're one of those 2 a.m. cheddar goblins. I've had to one of my biggest flaws is I love cheese. Cheese, like milk, butter, anything like along those lines. I could easily go vegetarian and cut out a lot of that type of like meat out. Yeah. Eat a block of cheese, then try and sleep. Roger. Like cheese would be the one thing I would not be able to go. Like I wouldn't be able to cut out my life, so I'd never be able to go vegetarian. I can cut out most things, like meat. I'm okay with not having meat. But yeah, cheese, butter, milk. Okay, I could probably cut out milk, but yeah, definitely cheese. I know you can get like vegan or vegetarian cheese, but it's just not the same. I made a mistake, so I quite like having. I have a big pot of chili jam in my cupboard. And the other week I was like, you know what? I've not had that chili jam yet. It's meant to be quite hot. And my father got it for me from like a farmer's market. So it's a locally produced chili jam. I was like, oh, it can't be that hot. If my dad's bought it for me, he doesn't like spicy food. So I made myself a chili jam and cheese sandwich. And I was like, this chili jam's not hot. I just slathered it onto the bread. I don't think I've ever cried because of cheese in my life before, but I was crying. It was the hottest bit of jam I've ever had. It was emotional. I think my mouth was burning for about 2 days. The cheese did not help it. Not sure eating a block of cheese is a good idea. Not when you're going to sleep. No, I'll probably disagree. Yeah, I'll probably agree with you, those mage. Yeah, cheese before bed is not ideal. But if
This tree bristles with magic.
right, we've got a broken weapon, so ideally you want to go back to town. That's fine. Not a whole thing of cheese, no, but like 3 or 4 slices. No. By slices, do you mean the American cheese slices you get in burgers? The fake cheese? No. It's got to be real cheese. If that's what you're referring to there, Noon, but it's got to be real cheese. Real cheddar. I guess I know that real cheese is quite hard to get in the States, actually. Let's go for that. Let's go for this until we get an upgrade. It's quite nice that we've been doing this for half an hour and we've halfway through Act 1. As opposed to if we do this on our normal attempts of a 10x, we'll be here for years. Alright, gems can go in here. Yeah, jewels. It was like a scorpion. So what there's like a had like a scorpion on the jam. So if there's a scorpion type of jam, chili or pepper, is whatever that is. It's like it may have been a reaper. I don't know. This was toasted roast beef with mushroom and Swiss. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I mean, that's the one thing I can't. Back in the day, I used to cook a lot. I used to work as a chef. Yeah, scorpion. Okay, scorpion pepper fine. Yeah, that's what would be in it because there's scorpions are over the label. I don't know much about chilies. I don't really deal well with chilies. I really like spicy curries, but they don't agree with me at all. That'd be why I cried because of it. Fine. I'm open to say that I cried because I had too spicy chilies. Fine. That's the one thing that I because of the medication I have to be on because of this drug. I get like my hands shake, and they shake a fair bit. So when I'm trying to concentrate, my hands will just randomly start shaking. Oh, fair one, Jay. That's a fair point. When I spent a bit of time in the States 7 years ago, and it may have been because of the places we went. The family as we struggled to find cheese, but maybe because we were looking in the wrong places. So fair one. I could very well be wrong. But yeah, so I get shakes. I'm trying to concentrate, so I can't cook anymore because I'm trying to concentrate on chopping up or dicing some some onions or some garlic. I risk cutting my hands and cut my fingers off. Last Christmas, I think it was, I tried to cook Christmas dinner for me and Mrs. Woffmer, and I nearly cut all 3 of my fingertips off in one of my hands. It was pretty bad. So since then, I'm not allowed to cook. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, we were in Arizona. We just couldn't find it anywhere. Same as we couldn't find asparagus. You guys might call it slightly different, but we couldn't find asparagus anywhere. But it was out of season. There were a few other things we couldn't find, but to be honest, we didn't actually look that hard. we went to one shop for a couple of ingredients. We couldn't find it in the shop, so we left and gave up looking. Right, let's grab that, and let's grab that. There we go, that's my upgrade, and then we will get enough strength to wear this. It's only 36, that's 5 more points into my strength, so that's the one for me. And then we can get rid of that one because my mercenary in Act 2 can have that one. Now we ideally want 2 helmets. Gahid in Act 1 can actually give you the next tier of helmets, these ones. And sometimes he'll give you them with sockets. So if you want a better helmet that's not one of these skull caps for Nadir, you can get it from here. It was very rare. Mage. I'm a bit of a cheese convert. Now I put cream cheese and pesto in all my sandwiches. Yeah, like cheese is just the way forward. Like, I'm just, yeah. Like, I would not be able to live without cheese. It's weird that this conversation has just become a cheese conversation. Choose a slap chop. You are right. There's a lot of like gadgets that will make my life a lot easier. But I think a lot of gadgets like very gimmicky. Yeah, slap chop. I remember seeing adverts for that. My miss is like, oh, that'll be really good for you. But no. Don't embarrass me with getting me one of those. I'll be very angry. Alright, I'm not going to bother picking up charges because we're going to switch to the staff at some point. You just need to find the tower, the waypoint. Hopefully they're near enough to one another so we can farm this. To be fair, Pepper Jack cheese is really good. That is a very good point. Like spicy cheese, really good cheese. I've got it's not Pepper Jack, but it's essentially the supermarket's own brand over here in the UK. It's like Tesco's own brand. Tesco's one of our supermarkets, and it's essentially Pepper Jack cheese, but it's they can't call it Pepper Jack's. I think Pepper Jack's trademarked. So it's just called Mexican cheese, and it's just cheese with a load of chilies and a load of pepper and spices in it. Oh, it's so good. Dairy is the main reason I would never be able... Yeah, exactly, mate. I said it earlier. That's the reason why I can't go vegan or vegetarian. I can easily cut out meat. I can easily cut out meat and just go like pescatarian and just have fish. But, damn. Here I was thinking for wedding gifts. Well, don't be surprised with toast. Would you... On that, actually, Wolf, we do need a new toaster. Our toaster no longer keeps the toast down. So if we want to toast anything, we need to hold the toast down for it to toast. Really annoying. But I'm sure not everyone's here to hear about the life of Rothma. Oh no, my mercenary's down. It's fine. Give ourselves zeal. Oh, quilted. This could be good. This is probably Arctic fur. I'm guessing this could be Arctic fur. Let's grab some of these health potions. Always good to have. Yeah, it's fine, mage. It's dairy. Fine, we get you. Don't need... Yeah. Right. Oh, I found a rare bow, which maybe the mercenary could have used. Oh, mercenary's gone now. I'm not going to pick the mercenary back up. I don't care that much about the mercenary. It's not that useful. The Act 2 one we will keep up, because we will want the Act 2 one later on in Nightmare to have Holy Freeze. Got it. Yeah, got it. Arctic fur, gotcha. I'm slowly learning the game. I'm sure you guys are proud of me. I'm slowly learning all the sets and what the uniques can be. The Arctic fur will do until we get... don't know why I was waiting to go back to town until we get to... Is that 314% enhanced defense? That's quite a large amount of... Fire resist attacker. No, we keep Arctic fur. yeah, exactly. If you leave the bread in the toaster for long enough, it'll make more bread. Or it'll make mouldy cheese. Depends what you want. Depends what you want for the day. Okay. So we want to level up Zero a little bit, just so we do a little bit more damage, a little bit quicker. Mana potion, let's grab you. Okay, nice, leveled up already. I do like doing the being down here because of the extra experience. These guys give a lot of experience for what they are. Preserved head might be worth a little bit of money. That Arctic fur upgrades to massive defense. Okay. We probably won't be able to afford to upgrade it for a while. But yeah, Arctic fur. That 314% enhanced defense is pretty nice. I don't actually know what the full set bonuses are for Arctic fur. Is it any good? I don't think I ever had more than one piece on at a time. Like the belt's okay for what it is. You can find it relatively early on. Nothing else there. Oh, Jay, so we are going for... So we want 3 rune words for ourselves. We're going for Leaf, which is the rune word for the staff to give us +3 to all skills. We're going for Nadir for the helmet, just for the extra mana per kill. Then we're going for stealth, which is the armor, just because stealth is a very good rune word. Those are from me. For my mercenary, we're not going to farm for my mercenary. If we get the runes while playing, great, we'll give him the armor. If we don't, never mind. The mercenary, I want the mercenary with, once again, Nadir, but probably going to find something better than Nadir. Mercenary's going to have stealth, because stealth is also, once again, a good rune word for mercenaries to start them off. And then the weapon for my mercenary is going to be Malice. So Malice gives, if I look here, Malice will give enhanced damage, maximum damage, 100% chance to open wounds, minus 25% target defense, minus 100 to the monster defense per hit. So it's really good at lowering bosses' defense. Don't think I have ever put it on also. I'll just say it isn't terrible for a ice on. Nice kind of junk. Usually just want to go full Sigon. Yeah, if I find, yeah. Sigons is really good for a any form of Zealadin because of the attack rate. Yeah, so we want to gear ourselves with 3 rune words: Leaf, Nadir, and Stealth. Once those rune words are done, we'll then probably not farm the Countess, because if we get stuff for the mercenary, perfect. If we don't, no, never mind. We're not going to lose any sleep over it. The mercenary will get gear over time anyway. Ideally, I would like him to have Malice before we get to Diablo, because it is only a if, L, and an F rune, which are relatively easy to get in normal. But once again, if we don't get it, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. This isn't a speed run at all. We want to gear ourselves up. When we get to Nightmare, I'm going to care about the mercenary a little bit more. But yeah, not really at the moment. I want to get through this doorway, please. This fire is going to burn me. There we go. We could get lucky and get most of the runes in one drop. I have been lucky before and gotten all a tower rune. Do we need? Yeah, we do need a tower. We need a tower rune for stealth. There we go. So we've got 1 rune for stealth so far. And now we're going to farm this a couple times. It's good experience, so I'm not complaining about that.
I've earned the right to this abandoned trove.
And save and exit. Here we go again. Yeah, Holy Fire Sword would be awesome. So the only reason why I'm not going for steel is let's double check. I want to double check the rune words for steel, just make sure, because through normal difficulty, the aura from the fire damage of Holy Fire with +3 to fire skills, which you get from Leaf, the aura gets really strong, and the aura will kill most mobs before you get a chance to hit them. So going for steel would be good for the mana, increased attack speed, and chance of open wounds. That's good, because I can't give steel to my mercenary because it's only going into swords, axes, and maces. And I could use it, you're right. However, the benefit of going for Leaf is a lot higher than going for steel. When we get into Nightmare, so we'll farm cows, and then we'll upgrade from Leaf to having double spirit, both on our shield and our weapon. That's our intention. So we don't really have room for steel. But steel is a really good start for melee classes. A really good start. But yeah, that's the only reason why, because we're going to go straight from Leaf into having spirit in our offhand and main hand. So that's why we're not going for it. Just going to put these all in here. I'm not going to sort them out. Tower goes back here. Ideally, we want a helmet. I have a stealth. That's 1 tower, 1 F rune. So we can put a tower rune into here. Does that make sense, Jay?
Greetings.
Okay, still no helmets. That's fine. But I'm not too fussed about Nadir. As long as we get stealth and Leaf, I'm happy. Sword, bow, and armor could have went. Yeah, I'm. Exile. I'm not bothering with the Act 1 mercenary. It is useful, but on players 8 at the moment, it's just going to die too quickly. So the first mercenary I'm going to care about is the Act 2 one. Act 2 normal, probably go. He will have Malice on, hopefully. So probably, I don't know what aura I'm going to go for in normal. Obviously Nightmare, I want to go straight for Holy Freeze. Holy Freeze is really useful with Holy Fire. I find by the time you can use a tier 6 weapon, I do agree with that, Mage. If I wasn't doing a solo self-found, because I have actually got that on one of my mules, because obviously I muled everything out of my stashes to make this character, so I have all free reign of my stashes. I do already have the sword in one of my mules, so if I wasn't doing a solo self-found, I would give that sword and it'd be perfect. But yeah, I think having dual spirit is better than the sword, because the sword is a two-handed sword. So yeah, it's great. You do a load of damage. Holy Fire is pretty good, but then you lose the block. It would be nice to have that. Let's take out his ghost. I'm only really caring for any elites or champions. And minor mana potions, we'll grab that. Yeah, I mean, by solo self, I mean what I find on this character. That's what I mean by solo self-found. That's the way I see solo self-found. Unless what I mean is an Iron Man, that I do it all myself. That could be what I mean instead of solo self-found. Because this is the only... No, yeah, because solo self-found on Diablo games. So Battle.net, so Blizzard games, they instead of using Iron Man, they use solo self-found. Solo self-found on Diablo, on World of Warcraft, means you can't even use a bank to get any items off of another character. So yeah, I do mean solo self-found. So I'm normally playing RuneScape, which RuneScape has Iron Men, and Iron Men you can't trade or anything like that. You do have use of a bank, but you can't mule those items off, so it's everything you gain yourself. I think that on the side of this character, I am starting a, just for fun, I'm starting a Holy Grail, a hardcore Holy Grail. So currently Arctic Fur is on my Holy Grail. If you find anything else, great. I'd like to find more. Yeah, so each time I do a stream, I'll put the link to my, obviously I won't do it this stream, but tomorrow, Auradin. We need that for Leaf, we need now a tier rune. Yeah, so at the beginning of each stream, I'll have a link to my Holy Grail, so people can see what I've got so far. At the moment, all I've got is Arctic for the armor. So you go in that there. Greetings. This dexterity, okay, you're slightly better.
The order welcomes you.
Because if this character survives and does the Ubers, then I think this will probably be a good character to do Holy Grail on. It might not be, but we'll give it a go. So we still need a tier rune, a Neph rune, 2 tier runes, a Neph rune and an F rune, and then we'll be good to go. Back when I ran on Battle.net, we would run Iron Mans. They were so found hardcore. Loved level 9 jewels. Do you mean level 99 or level 9 jewels? But yeah, I used to enjoy the PvP back in the day. I haven't tried PvP since I've returned to the game. But I did enjoy it back in the day. There we go, there's the helmet from the deer. Ideally we'll want to find another one for our mercenary. Wolf, you've seen how bad I am at this game and how many hardcores I've lost. I'm not holding my breath. It'd be perfect if this one does survive. We've got a huge feat to get over. I think there's a good chance we'll be able to finish the game. But then, I've never done Ubers before. So, going from finishing the game to get into Ubers, I may need a lot of assistance from chat, from you guys, with like builds I should go for, what items I need, what items I don't need. We'll probably end up doing a lot of farming, to say the least. Oh, +8 resistances, that's pretty good. Level 9 jewels. Yeah, I don't think I've not done any PvP on this character. On like Diablo 2 Resurrected. I did some but way back in the day. I used to really enjoy it. I used to hate being... so I didn't really understand the game when this first came out 14 years ago. I was a bit young. So I always used to try and do a spin to win barbarian. And I remember there always being like a sorceress or something like that. Teleport to me, troll me, hit me with like an enchanted greatsword, and I'm dead in one hit. And I'd be like, what? What? I've been hitting you for 5 minutes and I haven't been done any damage. I didn't really understand anything like attack rating or like chances to hit or anything like that. With jewel, we grab a jewel. Yeah, I'm only killing any elites or champions we see. If it's just normal mobs, my holy fire will kill them. But it should kill them. How much damage does it do? A fair bit of damage to a ghost. Okay, let's go straight for the Countess. Tier rune. So that is now Leaf completed. And another level. Awesome. More points into Vitality and more points into Holy Fire. Do we need anything down here? No, we don't need. We can't use Holy Shield until we go for Spirit anyway. No, that's fine. More points in Holy Fire. And back in. You can see all my... So, these are all my hard 0 to Uber attempts we've had so far. So this is my very first character that I've made a hardcore on. But very first character on Diablo 2 Resurrected that I made 4 or 5 months ago. You can see slow progression of getting better. My first Smiter Din, my first Amazon, my next Smiter Din, Sorceress. I don't know why this character still lives. And my most recent one, a video that's going live today. Boom, there you go. My most recent 0 to Uber's character, which goes live in 40 minutes time. Right, so it is a tier and a Rao rune for Leaf. Tier, Rao. So in 2 levels time we can wear that. And then that's Leaf for the huge +3 to fire skills. The mana after each kill is also really useful. And we can put that up there ready for Nadir. We can keep hold of the shield. Because that +8 to resistances is quite good. Ideally, I think you can go up to +30 to resistances. So we'd ideally want a better one. So we can make spirit into it. So obviously, paladins can make spirit and shields very early on. They can make it by the end of normal. I made a high-level druid with big grizzly bear, real mad when my level 9 smiter had backed his pig against the wall, killed it, but I couldn't take a single swipe from the bear. Yeah, that's insane. I used to, Ubers, not Ubers, Smiterdins were really strong for PvP, weren't they? Way back in the day. Because unless they miss a hit, which Smite never misses a hit. I don't know whether it does in PvP, but unless for whatever reason you miss a hit, you're guaranteed to kill them. As long as you get a hit off. That's quite... I never actually thought about that. That's really OP. Oh, that barrel exploded. Yeah, because Smite up here. Temporary stun your enemy and bashing it with your shield. And it's a guaranteed hit. That's mad. That's so overpowered in PvP. If it still gives you 100% chance to hit, that's really strong in PvP. It always hits. Yeah, wow. So the only way to beat against a Smiter in PvP is to kite them then. Then if you're also a melee class, you can't do that. So it's really who gets the first hit off wins. How popular were Smiter Dins in PvP? I can imagine there's a few of them. There is an elite down here. Mold shield. You mean mold dead. Oh, a small shield. Oh, a piece of candy. Targe any good. 8 resistances again, so don't need you. The kickers were tough. Oh yeah, the Assassins, yeah. I never played a... I started making recently. I started making a low-level assassin for 0 to Ubers. I got to Act 3, I think it was. Really enjoyed being a kick sim. Really did enjoy that. But obviously you want the gear end game. You want obviously mosaic and whatnot. And I just didn't have the patience to play it. Got to a point where it's quite monotonous to play it. Because you'll just build up your charges, kick. That's it. You do that for hours on end. And come on, Countess. The Ral rune. We only need 1 Ral rune, so we don't need that. Right, we go again. She's not dropping anything good. It's a bit annoying.
Yes?
But I guess I'll take the experience. MA Sin is fun. She's very vocal. Yeah. She doesn't shut up. One of the most annoying classes because they just don't shut up. Yeah, exactly. It's like fighting against a load of these dark archers continuously. That's my rendition of them making noises. Let's grab that rejuvenation potion. That Taj. Okay, don't need that either. Just mage hiding in the background, waiting to make some assassin noises. He's been waiting for weeks to make assassin noises. Now is his chance. Right, is there... Okay, there's an elite here. Might be one in the room to the left. Getting hit pretty hard? Yeah, there was one in the room to the left. Jawbone cap, we'll get that to sell. And light healing potion. Let's keep going. Hate that barrel. Just that one in particular. Okay, there's another elite down here. As per usual. And he's gone. I didn't mean to use the potion. Oh, I didn't use the potion. That's good. And this... so we just... If we can make stealth, I'll be happy. I'm not going to care too much about Nadir. Nadir is good. But... Yeah, it's not guaranteed to make or break this build. It would only assist with our zeal. But if we run out of mana to use zeal, never mind. I can't play a mosaic sin or play with them. They make my game crash when they spam with it. Yeah, okay. That is a very valid point. For those that don't know, tower rune. Do we need tower rune? We did need a tower rune. I think we've already got one, haven't we? Yeah, so those that don't know, just like Shank. A mosaic assassin, they have martial arts, so they build up a load of charges while they're fighting, and if they build up loads of charges, they can unleash them. But if they have a thing called a mosaic, which is a rune word, they keep their charges almost indefinitely. They do have some uptime every now and then, but it's near enough indefinite, and it's really powerful. And they can drop a load of damage like firestorms and whatnot all on demand. It's really powerful, but it absolutely destroys your frame rate. Well, at least it depends what you're running on, but back in original Diablo, it would just destroy your frame rate. Like throwing the stars. Blades. I've never tried a blades in. Is that where you essentially wait for them to hit you and they just die themselves? I kind of like having a larger belt, to be honest. Ooh, a little bit of MF. We'll take MF over strength. Cold resist, no. I guess cold resist and life replens is slightly better. It's not. I made made 2 pots of mint tea. Obviously I drunk one already, And my second pot, I forgot to put the lid on it. It was in like a flask, so I forgot to put a lid on it. It's now the perfect temperature to drink. But I'm not thirsty anymore, so I'm going to have to drink it so I don't waste it. Very, like, that's that kind of first world problems I'm having in my life. The temperature of my tea is a little bit too cold, but if I want to drink it later. I'll grab a health shrine, I guess. Hopefully this is the last one. We just want an F rune, then we can carry on. Oh, hello there, ghosties. What level are we? Okay, one more level we can use our, what's it called? Our staff. We can use leaf. You'll see quite a large increase in our damage when we change to leaf. Alright, let's give it that Bardesh. We don't need you. A touch of traps and a touch of martial arts. Easier on being less gear dependent. Okay, yeah, that's good. Because that's the one thing I've always... Since I've been doing my 0 to Ubers, because I always like being solo self-found, or as solo self-found as I can be. By that I mean, without using my other characters' gears that they found. It's just how I like to play. Always like to find, if I'm playing a character, I want to get the gear for that character on that character. But a lot of builds that I see, they're either endgame builds, i.e. you should already have the gear ready for them. And there's not really very much like middle ground. If you're trying to make that build from scratch, or there's a budget version, the budget version is still always too expensive. The only class I found that on that was okay on so far was a Javazon, because a budget Javazon's really easy. A starter Javazon's really easy. Then you just upgrade it whenever you can. But yeah, it's good to see that there are other builds out there that are viable, even if you don't have endgame gear. So it would make, if I do a solo self-found, for me to get that build up and running is viable while I'm playing it. Like some of the builds I've been seeing recently, they're like, oh, you need all of these endgame rune words. I'm like, I'm never going to get those rune words, because I'm never going to get to the point. I'm never going to survive long enough. Another tower rune. I don't need any more tower runes. That's fine. Yeah, it's just the way I like to play Diablo 2 at least. Is I want to get all the gear myself from that character. I only use the shared stash for that one character I'm playing to use for that one character, if that makes sense. Okay, we don't need anything else. Very close to leveling to level 19, and we can change over to using leaf. And that will huge change to our DPS. We're getting really unlucky with rune drops here. She's only dropping 1 rune per run, which is really annoying. Yeah, I'd say, to be fair, I'd even throw in there most of the melee classes, other than Paladin. Most of the melee classes tend to be quite heavily gear dependent as well, because you're not going to kill anything if you're a melee class. You don't have the right melee weapon. Fair enough, a lot of the melee classes, their rune words are actually quite cheap. Free socket. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Free socket. There was a cap here somewhere, isn't there? I guess not. Free sockets, 8 resistances. That's pretty good for Ancient's Pledge if we need it. So we'll keep hold of that. No, it's killing on players 8. Is it better to drop her down? So I don't know about SJ. Does it actually make a difference on different player difficulty? For context, I'm actually relatively new to Diablo 2. So, with Diablo 2 Resurrected at least. Because that's definitely a gap in my knowledge about dropping the difficulty down. Because if I drop... That's a good point. I forgot you can shop for a lot of gear as well if you're a melee class. Because the gear you buy is actually quite good. Oh, another Taj. How many sockets? One socket, not ideal. Player 1 has more and higher drop rate on. Does it? Right, I'll drop that down. Thank you for that. Drop that down. Thank you for that. Then also we'll raise it back up on the journey to the Countess so we get a bit more experience. Hopefully we can get the runes we need this time around. But yeah, I didn't know that. I know obviously player difficulty matters with high runes at the end of the game. But I didn't know it affected Countess. F in the tower room. Happy. Well, that is now my stealth maid. So we're not going to farm her anymore. So thank you for that suggestion, because you just got me my stealth. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, there's a lot in this game I still don't know about. I've only ever completed the game once, and that was on the hardcore, which I did about 2 weeks ago. So town at F. There we go. So need 36 strength for that. So I need one more level. We can use leaf and stealth at the same time. Yeah, very good call. Thank you for that. I'm more than happy to be called a noob if I don't know if there's gaps in my knowledge. I'm still learning. I watch a lot of Sweet Phil's and Llama's videos to try and get as much knowledge in this game as I can. Maybe in about 4 years' time of me streaming this every single day, maybe I'll get to a point where I can actually have some knowledge about the game. But until then, I'm happy to be called a noob. Right, let's drop all these in here as well. I do normally organise these. I'll organise them off stream because it's really boring to watch someone organise their stash. These are ready. Actually, we'll put them in there until we level up. As soon as we level up, we can switch to that gear. I would ideally like to have Nadir, but it doesn't really make a difference to what we're doing. Because Nadir, the main reason for that is the defense against ranged attacks. Quite nice. And the mana per after kill. Yeah, it's a fair point. The cat does tell me that I'm a noob. That's why he sits there and meows at me all the time. Loot rolls first from Countess, then a no drop roll, then a rune roll. If too many items drop, we'll take up the spots where runes can... Right. That's really good to know. So the higher player difficulty will then give you a higher chance to drop items, which clogs up the rune drops. But that actually makes sense. Thank you for that. Thank you for explaining it to me as well. Is there any other bosses where that affects as well? Like, I know that Joriel has a high chance of dropping town portals. So that's why you don't tend to farm Joriel, because he has just a high chance of dropping portals. Because he has more slots that are taken up by those portals. Well, town portal scrolls, that is.
Light cannot pierce this gloom.
The Colloquial Shadow charges aren't terrible for getting things. That's true, but I'm going to be honest. For as long as I've ever used Nadir, I've never used those charges. So, the charges are good, but I'm not going to start using them now, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, I know they exist, I just don't use them. You can see we are a bit squishy. This is fine. When we change our armor, it should change, but we are a bit squishy. Right. If it's this... Three sisters down, I believe. It's either down or it's up. If it's cross, it's straight ahead. It's up. Of course it's up. So you can just hear me drinking there. Pinned always drops 2 items. No point in doing on high play count. Same for all the special unique mobs. I did not know that about the other special unique mobs. So I normally, whenever I have a terror zone, it's what got my my Amazon killed. In hell mode, boss loot rate don't change much after player flow. Okay. So if I'm going to farm, because I will end up, that's really good advice there actually. So I'm going to end up farming a lot when I get to hell. Because obviously I'm going to try and get to Ubers. Safely get to Ubers. So I'm not going to rush it. I want to get to Ubers and have a good fighting chance. So that's good to know. So there's no point going over players 5. I'll try and keep that in mind. I'll probably forget by the time I get there. Alright, take out this elite over here. Yeah, because I normally run people like Eldritch on players 8 in Hell. Well, that's what I did with my Javas on. And of course, there's obviously no reason to. Let's drink another potion. There we go. So we do want to do the quest for Chassis, so we can imbue and stuff later on. Should be around here somewhere. I'm not too fussed about other mobs, to be honest. There it is, just in this room here. Yeah, bosses are affected by the no drop chance. So higher player count equals slightly higher. Okay. And the keys for... I'll read that in 1 second, Jay.
This will help the sisters turn the tide against evil.
So keys for Ubers will drop at a higher rate with the high player count. So if I'm going for keys, I need higher player count. If I'm just farming standard unique bosses, player count doesn't really matter. Or if I do them, only have them at players 5. So keys higher. So I'm trying to get it into my head. Keys higher player rate. Other than unless I'm doing keys, no point going any higher than 5. Fine. Gotcha. I'll still be keeping this this run going on players 8 just for the extra experience. I will end up dropping it down when we get slightly further. This isn't a P8 run. This is a PX run, so we'll just change it as required. The triple key drops is always really sweet though.
This is no place for a warrior to die.
So the first time I killed the summoner in Hell on my Amazon, the very first time, got a key drop. So happy about that. Then I killed her the 4th time, or him the 4th time when I was doing my Atara zone there. A key dropped as well. So within 5 kills of killing the summoner, I got 2 keys. I don't know what the drop rate is on the keys, so I was pretty happy. Okay, waypoint, good. Right, let's just keep running. It should be... Okay, it's not... Maybe not be this way. Let's quickly pop to town. We can change our gear around as well. Warham. Right, that's more points into strength. Need it for the armor. Another point into Holy Flame. And... There's stealth. We put Arctic... I'm going to keep this for the time being, so I can keep my Holy Grail going. I'll keep a record of my Holy Grail. There is a website I do use for Holy Grail. You can see... Huge difference in damage with, yeah, the extra 3 skill points is really good.
The order welcomes you.
Do you know about the... I know about the XP penalty after level 70. You get a degraded amount of experience, but I don't know... I didn't know that you got an XP penalty in Act 5. So no, I don't know about that. Is it a large XP penalty for Act 5? Right, let's put some more of these in here.
Good day.
So 1 in 9 to 1 in 12, depending on what key I'm playing. Okay. So there is quite a big discrepancy on the keys then. I found out years ago too that if you ever return to Chassis with the hammer in your hand, she takes it. If you don't get the imbue. Right, okay. I did not know about that with that quest. So this is the way jail level 2, awesome. So now we just want to speed through. We have really no interest in killing all these mobs. Hey Hammers, how the devil are you doing? As you probably see, Hammers, we are making our way through on a new character. We're still doing our challenge runs in the evening. So tonight we'll be going back to our 10 times Necromancer.
It's locked.
But I thought during the day I'll start a 0 to Ubers run to see how well we can do. I was going to be doing a 0 to Ubers run anyway, even if I wasn't streaming it. So I thought, you know what? I'll stream it. I'll treat myself. And I will probably need some assistance later on because you guys are giving some good wisdom. If you are below level 24, XP is cut by 95%. Most SSF will farm XP in Act 3 Flare Jungle. I did not know that. I did not know it was... It makes sense to avoid people from... taking advantage of the extra experience. So Jay, that would also be why when people are being rushed online on ladder, when people are being rushed, they obviously don't go straight to Bale at low level. They obviously wait to go to Bale, and they wait to level. That explains a lot. So that's very good knowledge there, Jay. Thank you for that. Lester, no, the Necromancer's still going. I'll be going back to the 10x Necromancer this evening. I just wanted to do something different because I was going to be recording a video on doing a 0 to Ubers anyway. So I thought if I'm going to be recording a video which is going to take 10-15 hours to make, I may as well just stream it and have some company while I stream. So we will be back on the 10x this evening. So we're going to hopefully get to Act 3. So I'm going to stream for another... What time is it? So it's 2:45. So we're going to stream for another 3 more hours. Maybe 4. And then we'll move on to the 10x on and my Necromancer after I have a little bit of a rest and have something to eat. And after the Auradin unfortunately falling, I thought, you know what? I really enjoyed playing as an Auradin, so I thought I need to make another one. Because it is really fun to play as this. Extra strength, will take the extra strength. And Bonash, let's go take Bonash out. Bonk him a few times. So I probably won't be doing 0 to Ubers every day during the day to stream. Some days I'll probably have the day off, but I do intend to do this most days. Every night will still be a challenge run, so don't worry about that. So after the Necro 10x, we're probably going to do a full-on randomizer, where our skills are randomised, our loot's randomised, and the enemies are randomised. It's going to be the next one after the 10x Necromancer. Then I'll go back to seeing what people want to watch. I'll read those messages in 1 second. See what this belt is. That's not what I wanted to click. Oh, another part of the Arctic set. Nice. Actually, no, I'd rather keep these potions, actually. I'm a DR2 machine. I do try. You only stream on YouTube, or is it? It's only on YouTube at the moment. I've been thinking about doing it on Twitch as well, but I would need to get that set up. If I put it on Twitch, I'd have the chat in the... I'd have both Twitch and YouTube chat in the video. That is something I'd like to do, but I haven't got around to doing it just yet. But then I need to make my Twitch profile, which means I then obviously need to redo all my banners and whatnot from YouTube. It is on my list to do. There was a lot of things on my list to do, to be quite honest. I used to rush people on... so I used to rush people on Battle.net for Hellforge, Nightmare and Hell, and some that would decide to leave after the rush. I could always jump them into their Act 5 teleport Anya, grab the Fallen Potion and keep it. That's mad. So if they mess you up, you mess them up. I like that. I got a lot of time for that. Their character would never be able to get their +10 score. So essentially their character's broken. Because without 10, a lot of builds require that 10 times scroll. But yeah, that is hilarious and brilliant. I like that a lot. If you're using OBS, Twitch is way easier to set up on YouTube. Yeah, I'm using OBS. See, I know it's relatively easy to sort out. I'll just need like a half an hour or an hour or so just focused on me fixing it. But I can do it over the weekend or something. I don't know. I don't know when. To my hands. I emailed about it for years, mentioned the bug, but they never changed it. That's awesome though. So note to self: don't invite Wolf into your game, especially if you annoy him. You may never be able to get that resistance. It's mad the Battle.net never fixed it though. Oh, there's the waypoint. Yeah, because you'd think that Battle.net would want to fix something like that. That's quite a, I wouldn't say game-breaking bug, but it's quite a troll. Because that's the one thing I need to figure out is obviously OBS. I have one stream key from OBS. I don't know how to get multiple stream keys. It's probably easy to do, but I don't know how to get multiple stream keys to link up to to Twitch and YouTube. But there's probably something really easy to do. Obviously, that's what Llama SC does. He streams on both. To be fair, if I don't stream this tomorrow, that's probably what I'm going to be doing tomorrow during the day. What day is it tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, it's probably what I'm going to be doing during the day. I think if streaming on both platforms would probably grow my platform on here a lot. I'm not too worried about growing the platform. I'm doing this for fun. And for your entertainment as well. I'm not doing it for me. Right, so Andy shouldn't be too difficult, especially on players 8. I want to ideally get through most of normal on players 8, and then probably lower it down. Sometimes I lower it down to players 4 when I get to Nightmare. So I do all of normal on players 8, Nightmare on players 4, then Hell on just players 1. Because Hell, yeah, if you make a mistake, you're going to live with it. Sometimes the mistakes are pretty catastrophic. And this isn't the way, but there are some champions over here. I'll take that. Maple Story, now that's a game. Not played that in years. Jeez. Well, Twitch is mostly for subs, donors, but in terms of stream quality, YouTube's way better. Yeah, I think the reason why I went for YouTube first, one, because I can make a community on YouTube, which I intend to probably move over to Discord so we can talk on Discord as well, but that's stuff down the line. But I find YouTube is easier to have a community. So I don't need the money, I don't want the money. So I wouldn't be doing it for any monetary gain. That's for sure. Especially if I did Twitch. So it's easier to get money via Twitch than it is on YouTube. Especially if you're a smaller channel. A few friends of mine, they botted their initial start on Twitch. So they botted their start, so they're already an affiliate, or whatever it's called, a partner with Twitch, without ever really having a community or a fan base, which I thought was a bit cheeky. I would recommend Act 4 on Players 1. For some reason, the XP you get from mobs in normal is even low. That's weird. So I also emailed them mentioning that Act 4 Hell could have been a gamble, blank runes for gold. They obviously didn't implement that idea. It would have made a gold marker. That's true. The Twitch bio community is also in general more deviant and less helpful. Yeah. Because I don't know how. I actually quite enjoy on YouTube, because people that comment on my videos on YouTube, I normally talk to as well, especially during streams. I don't know how Twitch will be, but I like trying to always talk to you guys. And I don't want to be... I don't want it to get to a point where I'm ignoring people's comments or streams a little bit too chaotic. Because at the moment, for me to restream, last night I got really... It annoyed me a little bit. My stream stopped showing me recent comments. So I didn't see anyone's comments for about 15 minutes. So I was just talking to myself. And I'm like, why is no one talking to me? Which that did kind of annoy me a little bit. But it's going to be harder for me to maintain that if I'm talking on both YouTube and Twitch. Because I'd have to have separate windows up. And there's a lot of extra faff. But yeah, that's future me to worry about. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I ideally I'd like to keep a community on one platform. But growth would be bigger if I went on Twitch as well. But once again, I'm not doing this for money. I'm just doing it for fun. And it's pretty easy. Let's grab everything that she just dropped. Or at least most of it. We definitely want to grab the amulet. Can we make room for that? There's a 4-socketed item here. Warfare, there we go. That was self a bit.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I get that. I've had it's a bit weird, but I have had a lot of, not a lot. But in some of my streams when I was smaller, when I'd be streaming something like World of Warcraft, I'd be streaming something during the day, and I'd have random people just come into chat, and they'll just like say a load of slurs, racial slurs, and then they'll disappear. I'm like, fair enough, I can ban them because it's pretty quick. My main screen, which I watch, which I record and have chat on, I actually have Diablo on my smaller screen. I can see everything happening. But that was really frustrating. But if I was a bigger channel, I may miss something like that. Let's keep magic damage reduced. Let's get rid of you. And we'll keep all this. And keep the Arctic binding so I can keep track of a Holy Grail. Awesome. So this is obviously Act 1 over. Relatively pain-free. Let's just hope Act 2 is the same. I don't think we need to talk to any vendors, do we? No, I don't think we do.
Greetings.
So we can just go straight down. We don't need to talk to anyone. And I never knew this, but obviously I only recently found out that the entrance to the sewers, this entrance I've gone down here, is actually normally closer to the next floor. I never knew that. I always used to go in from the top. So I'd always pick up my mercenary, Act 2 mercenary, then start exploring the sewers from up there. But it's going to be the other way, isn't it? I'd say mention over on Reddit about your YouTube channel here. Fair, I've never used Reddit, to be honest, Wolf. Never used it. Never been on a Reddit. I've obviously heard about Reddit, but yeah, I've never used it. Never touched it. That might be useful. Okay, it's not even this way. That's annoying. So I'd be... But that's not a bad choice. Right, fire resist... Oh, I thought it was a fire resistance shrine, not a fire shrine. Well, that could have been bad. Could have ended the run because of my own stupidity. It's now in my stash. Next time we go back to town, Mage, we'll have a look. I don't normally actually read the runes, jewels. I just keep them just in case I want to do crafting. I don't tend to use them. So we actually might be worth giving slightly more points into Zeal now. Actually, it's just a better attack rate. I've got nothing in the other hand. Fine. And let's go this way. Probably should stop spin. Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's got a lot of traffic for dire plans. Okay. That's a fair point. There might be something I'll look into, to be honest, Wolf. Thanks for the suggestion. I do appreciate it. And we don't really care for the waypoint down here, so we're going to go hopefully find the next floor. Because it's unlikely... We may farm terror zones, but it's unlikely we're going to farm normal terror zones into Nightmare. If we're going to farm anything, we'll farm Nightmare terror zones into Hell. Fair, these are slightly stronger mobs. Oh, okay, we found the waypoint anyway. Barman, Nightmare, Mephi in hopes getting Bone Snap for my hardcore solo safe found. That's oh yeah, I forgot you were working on a barb hammers. Well, no, was you working on a barb or was you working on a paladin the other day? I thought you were working on a paladin. Or what happened? Did the paladin not quite make it? Oh no, you weren't working on a barb. Yes, I remember you saying yes. Sorry, I'm going senile. You were working on paladin. Not barb, paladin, barb. Sorry, let me get my words out. You were working on a barb when we were talking the other day. We were talking about rune words you can go for. Yes, that's what we're talking about. I'm glad that he's still alive though. Have you finished Nightmare? Have you taken out Bow, or are you just stopping at Nightmare at Mephisto? Let's quickly drink the health potion, I guess. Stamina Shrine, yeah, why not? Normally I wouldn't sprint past all these mobs, but pretty menial at the moment. They're not particularly the strongest. Okay, hopefully this is the way. Armor Shrine would take a armor shrine. No, it was a it was a whirlwind barb. Okay, yeah, because I remember us talking because we were talking about my barbarian that was also a whirlwind barb that didn't quite make it. We got, was that a tier rune there? Tier rune. What do we need tier runes for? We need a tier rune for Nadir. So we obviously now need a Neph rune, which would be nice. That'd be a nice little upgrade. Where we going? Mana Shrine, don't need a Mana Shrine. I think this is the biggest perks of going for like Holy Fire or going for an Auradin. You don't really need any mana, at least to start off with. You will need it for Zeal later on, but at least when you're starting, you don't need to worry about it at all. Yeah. We're going to Nightmare Ancients, but definitely more damage. Yeah, I get that. Because you have to really tank the Ancients, yeah, you've got to be really careful. I think what did I do on my Whirlwind Barb? I think I just kept running away from them on my Barb. I did it on stream, but I can't remember what I did. I know it took a while. And it wasn't very glamorous, that's for sure. Right, Radamant, where are you? Oh, there's an elite. Let's take out the elite quickly. It's fire enchanted. Let's not take him out. Let's leave him alone. Radamant's in here. Radamant's not in here. Ah, that's annoying. And they blocked the way. Typical. Let's go this way around. And we made it. Good. What rooms have you collected? Okay, Sewers is turn right. Thank you, Mage. So you're saying that it's going to be right where that entrance is there. It's going to be that little... It can't be a turn right map. It's not going to be down there. Unless it's... But I said before, did you have a like a list of them all? Yeah, it was not there. So it's going to be there, but the other shrine turn right. People probably shout at me now, call me a noob. I get you. My cat also calls me a noob. He just yells at me. Right. Healing potions, there's one there. I've always thought refilling shrines build up your stamina as well. I guess not. Bonk these guys. Yeah, Hammers. What's your kind of rune collection like at the moment? There might be a good rune word you might be able to switch to. The Bone Snap, Crush and Blow and Bone Snap's quite nice. that's what you're using. But it's... I don't think the damage on Bone Snap's that good. The Crush Blow is obviously very good, but I don't think the damage is that great. Is that what we just picked up? Seavet's Shield. We probably won't end up using it. We just picked it up because it's green. And it will go into our Holy Grail. Book of Skill, nice. Slow Power's good. I always pick up this scroll and I leave it in town.
Then Atma will rest easy now.
Ah, Decoed Cane.
Good day.
It's a really nice looking shield. It's just a shame it's not that great. Skill point, let's put another skill point into Holy Fire. There you go, slight damage increase.
How do I?
Give me... Does it have... Give me 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, I didn't know you could upgrade Bone Snap. I have a ton of low mid runes and found a couple of arms earlier. Working on a base for Duress and a 5-socket sword for honor. Did you use your socket quest in normal? I'm presuming you have, because you probably would have done it by now. 'Cause you could have used the socket quest, and if you would have found like a Flamberg in Nightmare, Flamberg can go straight up to 5 sockets, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Flamberg can. Right, so we want prayer, defiance, armor. So we want armor or accuracy. Probably want to go for accuracy, to be honest. Let's just buy one of these. And ideally we want to pick up a 3-socketed scythe for Malice. These, you can drop 3 sockets, can't you? You can. Okay, it's not ideal. It's fine. Okay, let's keep going. So I just quickly finished my cup of tea. Yeah, so if you find a Flamberg, yeah, you'll be able to turn that straight into a 5-socket if using the socket quest, and that should give you what you need, the base. Or if you've got, do you know the rune word to give you sockets? Once again, if you find a Flamberg again, if you put a Am rune, Ort rune, and a perfect amethyst into a cube with a Flamberg, there's a chance for it to come out as a 5-socketed Flamberg. What's the chance of that? An L rune. Okay, we do need an L rune for Malice. We don't need L runes. That's fine. It's a very low chance for them to drop off something like that. Let's put some more points into Holy Fire. So we've got 4 more points to make Holy Fire maxed. Yeah, I can't remember the socket recipe off the top of my head. So if anyone does remember the socket recipe, you can just put it in chat so hammers can have it. So you obviously put it in a cube, and if you put all the runes in there, I think you might need to require a jewel as well. It could be any type of jewel. Oh, heavy gloves. What is this run? Blood Fist. That's almost not quite best in slot, but that's not far off for a while. Okay, let me stand by 1 second. Let me just double check. Oh, I'm getting the socket possibility one out. There you go. Socket possibility here, and cube recipes are here. So let's look for Control F Flamberg. So it has to be this far right hand column. Far right hand column is yes, item level of 41 or above. So 41 is anywhere after Act 1 Act 1 Nightmare is 41 and above, I believe. Off the top of my head. I'll post this again in case you missed it. There's that again. And if you want any Heraldic cube recipes, I'll post this as well. If you need any recipes, there's that as well. That's where I tend to get all my information from, that site sometimes. So I hope that's helpful for you, buddy. And then obviously the socket quest obviously helps. Then there has that cube recipes on the second one I posted, the Heraldic cube. You'll be able to see sometimes if you're not getting the right base, you might just be able to cube it and you have a good chance for it. And yes, the life is nice. The life and the attack speed is really good. It's actually normally the gloves I kind of want when I'm clearing through normal. Then later on I want to increase it to like Vamps is very rare to have, but Vamps is a good upgrade. Yeah, I want to try and increase my initial attack speed, but obviously it's easier said than done. And second, what's this? Okay, fine. Ah, Lester, if you're still in chat, thank you for the comment. I can raise insight on an iron golem for the regen aura. Obviously, then if I lose the iron golem, I then lose the insight. But yeah, that's not a bad call if we get as far through the game as we want to. If we get to Ubers, yeah, definitely a good call. Doing an iron golem on like an insight, so we have the health regen. No, mana regen. Just hit up that weapons rack by Mephisto each run, you get it eventually. That Merc is using rubbish. he's got blessed aim to give us a better accuracy with our swings, but currently he's not using anything. Yeah, because we need a F rune to be able to get him his stealth. Then we need a F rune and an If rune to make him a malice, and we also need a Nef rune now to make him his Nadir. I thought I will have to, before the stream this evening, Lester, I'll research Iron Golem, because I thought that the Iron Golem eats up that item, and once he's gone. That item goes for good. Yeah, when it's done, it's gone. Yeah. So it'd be really good to have it for a single run against Ubers, because then after that, then the Infinity's gone. Oh, not Infinity, Insight's gone. I definitely wouldn't cast it on Infinity. It's one hell of a rune word to gamble on a one fight. Here's Halls of the Dead, so we want to find the waypoint. If we find anything good for the mercenary, I'll put it on the mercenary, but at the moment, I don't really mind. He's just there for giving me company, really. I've realised how quiet this game is when it's not 10x. This game is really empty. Okay, let's go for that elite in the background. Just keep picking up rejuvenation potions. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had a very annoying phone call. They just didn't want me to hang up on them. They're trying to sell me the world. Once you got the cube, want to give that chip diamond belt, Chris. Nudist. I quite like him being a nudist. We'll do that. We'll actually, yeah, we'll do that. I will. Can I pin this? Can I do anything with this? No. I'll try and remember that. I clicked on the messages, put see if I can pin it. I can pin it, but next to pin it has kick from chat. I'm like, huh, I don't really want to do that. So do we need a full diamond? Oh, chip diamond. Yeah, you said chip. Yep, fine. Yeah, the blind company, or a blinds company that sells obviously blinds and curtains. They're like, oh, do you want to? We got 80% off our curtains. It's like, hang on a second, that's quite useful. Because mine and Mrs. Rothman's bedroom has no curtains at all. And so we bought this house a year ago when we first moved in. Before I got ill, I spent a lot of money redoing the house. We managed to redo all of downstairs. So all of downstairs is completely redone. Really, like, it's essentially a brand new house all downstairs. We haven't got around to getting to upstairs because I got ill and I don't have I can't physically do anything anymore, which is fine. But it is a bit annoying because we don't have any blinds or any curtains up upstairs. So as soon as it gets to daytime or daylight, if I want to nap during the day, it's easier for me to sleep downstairs and shut all the blinds and all the curtains downstairs than it is for me to go up to bed. It's a bit sad, but I'm like, actually, if they're going to offer me 80% off, I may as well get some blinds and some curtains. Yeah. A fire sale, yes. They just sent me an email with all my details. Like, we'll be there on Friday. So I won't be streaming Friday during the afternoon. We're going to get new curtains. So we'll probably stream again tomorrow. This during the day, and then stream the 10x in the evening. And then Friday, I'll probably look at getting dual stream up with Twitch as well. Yeah, that's what I'll do on Friday. While I'm waiting for this guy to come look at my blinds. So what do we need to put into the cube? Is it? So is a chipped diamond, or any diamond, a belt? Is it any belt? Can it be the other items? Can they be any? And a staff into a. Okay. Do I not need a pole arm in there to make that, or do they all make that pole arm? Because I obviously know that crafting recipe exists, but I've never used it. Because I normally just wait. To be fair, if I'm playing this on my own with no one watching, I'll just sit there at it's really sad, but I'll just sit at the Countess until I have all the runes from Malice. It would take ages. Sorry to hear that you got ill, bro. I was in a similar boat. Mrs. and I got married, got a house, became parents, got twins, and I landed in hospital. And yeah, yeah, because was it 2 years ago I got ill with this disease, and literally as soon as I got diagnosed, I bought a house that year, just so my missus had a place to live, and then I bought then our weddings this year. And then also we're looking at getting kids sometime in the future. So I'm just a couple years behind you hammers. But yeah. Lucky enough, work's deciding to keep me on, but I've got a lot of time off until I go back to work, just so my health can stabilise. This is the main reason why I play a lot of Diablo, because it keeps my mind busy and active rather than dwelling on any issues. You could buy a staff from Drogon and the rest of it off Smith and Town. Okay, thank you. We'll do that when we get back to town. And normally we didn't find the Lost Oasis's waypoint. That's fine. It shouldn't take too long.
It's locked.
So I just keep having to clear out my throat. And is it down here? Probably not. What do you want? That's definitely going to sell. And here he is. Nice. We are going to have to come back through this town portal though. There's a cube. Right, we may as well, let's do that and that. And we can now teleport. And we will clear our inventory out and we'll sort that out. Oh. Damage. Oh, damage taken goes to mana. That's actually pretty good to have. A small charm, don't need you. Mana. No, don't need mana. Don't need you. Or you. There you go. Awesome. We just put all this into the inventory, into the chest. So that other gem earlier, magic or mage, it was this one here. Max damage plus 3, 1 to dex, 7 poison resist, 20% extra gold from monsters. So it's not bad. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but it's not bad. And drop everything in here. So we wanted diamond. F2, yeah. Yeah, I know you guys get really annoyed at me if I don't hotkey it. So, cheap belt, cheap Chris, cheap staff. Oh, that looks like a cheap. We want the cheapest staff you've got. That's pretty cheap. Yeah, 20% enhanced damage would be perfect, but this thing as well. And what else do we need? A cheap belt. I didn't even know how much. Didn't even look at how much it cost. Just bought it. Right, and this all goes into here. Ooh, level 26. 74% enhanced damage. That's actually, and 30% increased attack speed. That's good. You can't use it for a while, but that's good. I'm gonna put you in here. Have we had an F rune drop yet? No, we haven't. How about a? So I wouldn't mind giving him. What's it called? Stealth. Nadir is a Nef Natir. We haven't had a Nef rune drop either, have we? No, we haven't. That's fine. Right, back to the grind, into the halls of the dead. We can run out of this place. Yeah, it's good. I don't think we could have asked for a better roll on it. It's quite good damage. Shame about the... I say shame. The only issue with it is no life steal, but I'm sure you can find a helmet and put a couple skulls into it. So we want to put a little bit more strength for when you start getting some better gear, and 1 into Holy Fire again. So we can find a good helmet. We were like ideally a 2-socketed helmet. We can probably look at getting him just a hat. Because I will make him stealth. Stealth was a good bet for him. And yeah, we just want a normal hat for him to have with some chipped skulls in it, or any form of skulls, to be honest. Hammers, if you're still working on your, what's it called? Still working on the rune word. Once you get the rune word rolled, just let us know how it rolls, if it's a good rune word or not, and let us know if it's actually made a difference. Whether it's better than having, if having honor is better than having, what is it? Bone snap. Also, what's so I know that Hammers is working on his barbarian. Mage, you're working on your Amazon. What's everyone else working on at the moment? Anybody working on anything interesting? Or are they completely fixated on the stream and not working on anything at all? Which is fine. Don't know why I keep killing each individual mob. I don't need to. I'm not going to get trapped in a corner because there's too many mobs, that's for sure. But that crafting of that scythe is a good call. Good decision. Once again, great suggestion from chat as per usual. Oh, here's the waypoint at least. That's good. God, this game looks so cool back then. Yeah, you're right. The Holy Fire is a bit punishing, isn't it? Like, unless it's like a special mob like these, like those two champions, yeah, he's not going to have much of a chance. Just keep running through. It's amazing that we're on P8 and everything just burns, everything just melts. It just makes me so happy inside. Is it weird that this makes me so happy inside? Oh, there's a champion here. Beetle burst. You mean Beetle has been bursted? Am I right? Sorry, that terrible joke got me. Right, we're going to do a quick loop of down here before we go up. See if the waypoint or the maggot lair's down here. So far it looks like it's not down here. So I need to try and remember, so we can get rid of, so I've got all my rune words up on on my other screen. So now I need to start looking at making sure I've got all the runes for, I really want the waypoint before I go down here. Nah, you know what, we'll just go down. I really want to start making sure we've got the rune words for Spirit. Don't kill yourself, it's not worth it. Hey, don't kill myself over these terrible jokes. And this is always right, so it's got to be this way somewhere. I see the exit already. Nice. This is a lot quicker than what we did on our Necromancer. That beetle bursted, I mean. Yeah. The beetle stood no chance. It's a lot like Beetlejuice, which is actually meant to be a good film. The second Beetlejuice. The latest Beetlejuice, not so much the second. I've not seen it, but it's on my list to watch. I quite like watching horror films. It's what me and Mrs. Rockman tends to watch in our spare time. I watched quite a good horror film, was it Monday night? When I wasn't streaming. I need to remember what it's called, but it's a really good horror film. It was like based off of a cult. Actually, I won't give any spoilers, but it's a really good horror film. Okay. I can remember what it's called. Like, I won't be able to remember what it's called, so I'm going to have to Google it in a second. Actually, I can get Amazon up now. Amazon Video, here we go. That's what I want. So the film was called... No, that was a terrible film. Don't know why... A Cure for Wellness. That's what the film is called. If you like horror films, definitely give A Cure for Wellness a go. It's a really good film. The Necro's 1 point Bone Spear was a great 1 point spent there. Yeah, you're right. And then me losing my temper and spamming Corpse Explosion made a big difference as well. We're definitely going to put more points into Corpse Explosion on our Necromancer, because it is a really good skill. I was kind of anti doing it for a while though, but now I'm like, you know what? If it gets the run done, it gets the run done. We will obviously hopefully have a large skeleton army towards the end, but not as large as we wanted it. If we're not going to put any points into skeleton mage, then there's no point wasting those points putting it into skeleton mage. We may as well spend them elsewhere, which should probably be on corpse explosion. But that's later us problem. That's tonight us problem. We need to get through this. And almost through his cave. I never ever heard of Martyrs. I have heard of Martyrs actually. I think it's actually on our watch list on Amazon. Is it good? Started watching some really bad films. Some. I've never heard of Silo. What's it about? Is it worth watching? Oh yeah, C brings the boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it does really bring the boom. I was surprised how much damage it does. Well, considering that the Necromancer in Act 5 can absolutely one-shot you with corpse explosion, it makes sense. That is good. Yeah, it is intense. Okay, we'll add it to our watch list. And I'll let you know whether we enjoyed it in the next couple of days. There we go. That's that place done. We are going to have to walk out of here, unfortunately. We don't have the waypoint. And how's our... Okay, we've got... 2 sockets now. I would have kept you if you had 3 sockets. We can put malice into you, but nope. It's basically Fallout if it was real life. Okay. Oh, the Fallout TV show is good though. If you guys have seen it, I really enjoyed watching that TV show. Alright, let's keep. Hoping Mercenary doesn't die. No, he hasn't died. Good. 100,000 people living in a nuclear silo after the end of humanity. Yeah, so I've got that, and then I've got Silo. I'll add both of those to my watch list. Silo and Martyr. I'll watch them over the next couple of days. Maybe. Depends what Mrs. Hoffman wants to do. And hopefully, so I at least want to get through, obviously, Act 2 today. And depending on how quick we can do this, depending on how far we get through in Act 3. Because obviously I will need a break before I go on to my 10x on my Necromancer. Let's give myself more HP. And this is almost finished. So 2 more skill points into Holy Fire. And that'll be Holy Fire maxed out for now. It does quite good aura damage, to be honest. Especially as we're on players 8 and it kills most mobs in 2 to 3 pulses. Every pulse is 2 seconds. So between 4 and 6 seconds most of the enemies are dead, which is quite nice. Fire Oasis, here we go. Altered Carbon is really good, but sadly. Guys, there was a... Is it Fallen Skies? There's a TV show that was about aliens coming to Earth and enslaving humans. That was a really good series. It's a shame that got cancelled. One of those sort of scars you and 6 months later flicks back on into your brain and gives you shivers again. Okay. I like those types of films. So, yeah. It's like films that kind of scar you. Me and Mrs. Hoffman, we watched The Whale recently with I can't remember the actor's name. Brendan Fraser, such a good actor. Watched The Whale, and that is a really good film. Fallen Skies with the Skidders. Yeah, that one. That's the one. I actually quite enjoyed that TV series. It's just a shame that no one else enjoyed it. That it's no longer on air. It's no longer a thing. But yeah, I did actually enjoy Fallen Skies. It's quite a niche one. Yeah, that's another good one as well. I enjoyed that. I think everything I enjoy gets cancelled, so I've stopped enjoying anything. I'm just not allowed to watch TV series anymore. However, I will be watching the new Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power Season 2. I've not watched Season 1, but if I enjoy a TV series that gets cancelled, I'm going to force myself to enjoy Game of Thrones Season 2 so when it gets cancelled. That's my mentality. Alright, let's... Full Viper, there we go. So now we just need to bonk our way through and hope that we find the second floor relatively quickly. There is no rush. I'm just giving myself a self-imposed timer. I want to do this quicker. And anything in here? Is this the right way? Okay, it's now got to a point where the aura is killing everything, which is really nice. They discontinue the cereal every time I find one to eat. Yeah, that's pretty sad. What cereals have you been eating that have been discontinued? Are they like really bad for you or something? It's like that's pretty mad that they're discontinuing cereals. I don't even have cereal anymore. I just have what's it? I just have granola and yogurt. So I've got to be healthy. So really I just have a bowl of disappointment, really. Each and every morning. It's either that or just have toast. So I've not had a good fry up for a while, good English fry up. Might have one. Might have one this weekend. So you've got a lot of sort of like fry ups in the town I live. It's quite a small town. Very few takeaway places. We obviously moved here for peace and quiet rather than for the choice of takeaways. But they did a few pop-up kitchens in this town. Like a year ago when I first moved here, there was loads of pop-up kitchens, and they are all terrible. Like they have like really good photos of what they produce online, but as soon as you order it, it's horrendous. Like, it's not what you actually what's advertised, but because it's a pop-up chain, it's like they don't have to produce the same food as they advertise. It's really weird. So we got burnt by so many really terrible takeaways in our town. That we just don't order takeaways anymore. Yeah. No, I have a tree nut alley. Okay. I guess, yeah, tree nut alley is therefore there's a lot of, like, crunchy nut. There's a lot of cereals that have nuts in it. So yeah, that's a good point. Asbestos and granola with chocolate chips. Asbestos. Okay. Sure it's asbestos? just gonna ask. Just gonna question that one. Does it keep, like, if you're in a really warm climate, does it help if you eat asbestos? Does it make you fire resistant? Because it's not the bestos unless it's asbestos, am I right? That's a terrible joke. Okay. That's where we want to be. It's a shame we're not playing as a barbarian, because, once again, if you didn't know, these... In this, if you've got any areas which have, like, jail cells or jail bars, if you're playing as a barbarian, you can leap through the bars of the jail. Just a comment on the... Oh, fair. Right now I'm hungry. Time for a bagel break. Bagel break's not a bad call. I'm starving, but I'll have dinner when this evening when Mrs. Rothman gets home. we tend to eat together. So if I'm streaming until late, we tend to wait until I finish streaming before we eat. Yeah, nowadays, with almond milk being a thing, that's liquid death for me. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Sorry, you're not missing out on much. Almond milk is okay. I wouldn't. It hasn't converted me. Let's put it that way. I've tried it because lactose does actually mess with my stomach, which is the disease I've got is a stomach disease. So, so it messes with my stomach. So I tried to go lactose for a bit of time, or lactose free, and it just didn't do the same. So I'd rather take the hit and mess with my stomach than not have milk, not have cheese. No, I'm definitely not a vegan. Oh, sounds nutty to you, yeah. And it should just be through here and turn right to the Arcane Sanctuary. Okay, this guy is fire enchanted, so we're not going to bother with him. This guy's not, he's just really fast. Puke more than mad. Okay, you mean puke more than dead, am I right?
This surely is the product of a twisted mind.
No, like, gluten is also... So, I should, like, with my issue, I should be, like... Ideally, I'll be gluten restricted rather than gluten free. Because if I have too much carbs, it messes with my gut. If I have too much lactose, it messes with my stomach. If I have too much anything, really. Anything that isn't fruit, vegetables, it's quite bad. Yeah, I do like the names in this game. Puke Maul the Crispy. I like that. I've got a lot of time for that one. Is that any good? One's good. It's like my favourite takeaway is normally pizza. It's either pizza or curry. I can't really have those anymore because pizza's too many carbs. That messes with my gut. And then curry, if I go for curry, I always go for quite a spicy curry, and that also messes with my gut. So whenever I get a takeaway, it's always, the next day is always really painful. Snot-Nose the Witch. What a name. That's quite a good name. I can think of worse names, but Snot-Nose the Witch is a good one. So it's like, I used to drink a lot of whiskey, and now I still really love whiskey, but any alcohol, it's not just the hangover that affects me anymore. It messes with my gut again. It messes with the ulcers, which I've got, which is the disease I have, which the ulcers in your colon. So I love whiskey, but as whiskey is wheat based as well, and obviously that's not the main reason, but any form of alcohol just destroys me. Sabrina the Battle Maiden is pretty epic for names. That's pretty epic of a name. Battle Maiden. If I was going to be called anything back in the day, it probably wouldn't be Battle Maiden because I'm a guy, but 3-socketed breastplate, that's actually not bad. I'm going to probably keep hold of that. That'd be something quite good maybe later on. And this isn't the way? Oh, this is the way. See? Whenever we don't do a 10x, we always find the way straight away. So that guy stood 0 chance just then.
Rest in peace, tortured.
We can now at least give the mercenary a new piece of armor. That's where are we going? Where's the shrine? Triangle. So I need to double check where triangle is. Second, sorry. Triangle Tomb. Where's Triangle Tomb? Triangle. Okay, next to Mike Wazowski. battle lad. I like that. Rotham the Merciless, the battle bloke. You mean battle broke? This game's slowly beating me. Good day. I don't know why I even came back to town, to be honest. We don't need anything. There's not really much I can do here. Drop off my gems and stuff, I guess.
Good day.
Let's now go take on Joriel. If we're looking at the time, so it's nearly 4. We can actually maybe even finish Act 3 today, I think. If we're looking at the time. Act 3 is actually, as annoying as Act 3 is, it's actually not that long of an act. So if you rush it like I'm probably going to do, it's not that bad. Triangle, there's triangle. Yeah, then I can have a... Yeah, we see how far we can get through in Act 3 before I get... I need to go grab a bite to eat, grab lunch. Almost as good as Brave Sir Robin. Burial again. Burial. You mean the loot pinata? Or the not so much loot pinata? The man who drops all of the town portals. Joriel is single-handedly keeping up the economy of town portals. That's the reason why they cost so much, because Joriel's hoarding them all. Oh, Warlock tip. I always like the idea of, like, always go left in tombs. Okay. I didn't... Autorect got you good there, Wolf. Autorect got you good. Autocorrect, I mean. Actually, yeah, I think I see the end here on the... just up there on the map. That looks like it's a very good location for the end piece. Yeah, because I think I saw a video on the breakdown of all the maps. I can't remember it all off the top of my head. I remember some maps which are right. Most of them I don't remember. So thanks for the heads up there, Jay. I do appreciate it. Could this be the way? The way to Amarillo? Every night I'm hugging them on a pillow. Okay, I don't think it's going to be as quick as our run with our Necromancer, which is essentially the first route we took. Some more life still would be nice, to be honest. Okay, so room full of lots of mobs in here again. I'm not getting very lucky with these rooms. Let's heal up our mercenary. Thanks. I do like how calmly they say thanks. Just had his face ripped off by a mummy, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." It wasn't actually... I've not seen Llama's version of the map hack. I can't remember the guy I watched. I think it is the only video of his I've ever watched. But it was the map hack video of his. But it wasn't by Llama. It's some other guy. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I should probably actually find out. It'd be rude for me not to find out. So let's have a look. Diablo into map. Let's see. Oh, that's the guy. With no filler. That's the guy I watched. I think he actually has a site which has all of his findings on it, with what maps are left, what maps are right, what are centre. But I don't think I saved the site. Yeah, a lot of it for me is trial and error. If I remember the tiles and where they are, great. If I don't, I just do a little bit more running around. It is definitely helpful knowing where things should be. Llama draws diagrams to explain it. Okay, I'll give us... Act 2 is always go left in dungeons except Maggot Lair. And sewers. Maggot Lair you go counterclockwise, sewers equals... yeah, fair one, yeah. Yeah, the guy I was watching, his description of the catacombs in Act 2 is like... well, if anyone can make any sense of this of catacombs level 2, let me know. Because there was no rhyme or reason to it. Same as like the Wellstone Keep. There's no rhyme or reason to that location either. It is just what it is. You either find what you need to find, or you just don't find it at all, and you spend hours running around. Oh, is my... Nice, my mercenary has now leveled up, so we can now use the scythe we got him.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen, indeed. Oh, we still have an item in here, don't we? Yeah, the breastplate.
I can't use that yet.
Level 26. I thought it was level 24. Never mind, he can't use it yet. I just wasted 30 seconds of you guys' life. Do apologise. I'll find a way to pay you guys back. You know, I know exactly how I'm going to get that 30 seconds of your life back. I'll do a speed run strat later on, and you guys would just love me for it. I could have picked up a 4-in potion then as well. Never mind. Great axe, we can sell that. Catacombs level 2 is the only map in Kata that has a tail. Is it? Okay, it may have been one of the other catacombs then, rather than 2. Hey, there it is. And I'd normally grab some 4-in potions if I was in Nightmare or Hell. I'm not going to grab 4-in potions now. Just going to be lazy. I'm sure we can just tank. There we go. Can you attack the other guy, please? Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Looks like we're doing a one-on-one here. Going to run around in circles. To be fair, I could just run around in circles and let my holy fire kill him. I think it'd be a bit of a cheap death, but...
Hello.
Hello!
How may I help you?
So that. Don't need that. Extra gold, don't need that. Yeah.
Welcome to my
I
shop.
probably should have lowered the players, but hey, never mind. I think we'll just go back in again and we'll just tank him again. We are now back in town. We may as well just buy some 4-in potions as well. Be rude not to. 5 of them. There we go. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, he's only got a fraction of his health left. So how many town portals do you think we're going to get? I think we're going to get all of the town portals. Oh, we only got 1. Nice. There we go. So that is Joy all completed. Now we can head straight into Act 3. What time is it? So it's 4 o'clock.
I shall honor Tal Rasha's sacrifice by destroying all the...
Right, that's... amulet any good? Damage goes to mana. Ooh. We'll put that on. And it gives me a bit of life, mana steal. His helmet is going to be really good for my mercenary. He's now got a helmet.
Blessings to you.
Dagger, don't care about dagger, don't care about you, don't care about you. Awesome. I'm going to pay you back that 30 seconds I wasted earlier. There you go. That's about 20 seconds that I've given you back to your life. So you're welcome. I didn't have to do that, but you're welcome. Yeah. There you go.
Good day.
Absolute speedrun strats that. So it is. I have in theory got a bit of time before this evening's stream, but I might actually have a quick nap. But yeah, so yeah, we'll end the stream here. We'll be back to doing this again tomorrow. 0 to Ubers tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we can get all the way through to Nightmare, which would be awesome. So I don't think there's going to be much farming for us to do from Nightmare into Hell, normal into Nightmare, because we can get most of the runes we need from Countess. The only farm we will do is for Targes and for a base for Double Spirit, so we can get rid of this leaf. But yeah, we'll end this stream here and we'll be back on the Paladin tomorrow. Tonight, in 2 hours' time, 3 hours' time, we'll be back on the Necromancer. So once again, thank you much for keeping me company, everyone. I do appreciate it. And thanks for all of the tips and tricks. Jay, thank you much for the advice all the way through. Mage, thanks for everything as per usual. Wolf, thanks for being Wolf. Yeah, so everyone have a good evening, or have a good couple hours, and I'll be back in. So it's 4 o'clock now, so I'll be back in about 2 to 3 hours, depends how I feel. So yeah, have a good day, and speak to you all later.